Good morning. I don't know how to turn this around. It's my backyard, but here I am. That's where I am in the backyard, just contemplating all of this morning's energy. And have been struggling with, should I write, should I not write, should I speak, should I not speak? What is it that each of us are to do? Good morning, Tyson. During this amazing period we call the solstice, the energies that are happening right now in the world, particularly in the United States, are amazingly frenetic and disturbing to every living soul. And without touching on the topic of that energy, because it doesn't really matter, the energy is what is important. And part of my path work is with the energy, working with the energies. And as I feel it within my own self, I see that each of us are going through periods of increased frequencies where we are supercharged or we drop down to completely drained. And I've been watching this pattern for the past couple of days as we lead up to the solstice itself. Many people have spoken on the stargates and the energy and the diamond rays and many different frequencies that are occurring right now, and calling things events and calling things divine will, etc. But I want to touch base on the fact that each of us have come to a point of where we need to make an important decision, a choice within our hearts. And it's the mind that is continually giving us the problem. The mind has been deeply damaged. The frequencies that we now live in and that we have chosen to agree to for the past several thousand years have finally come to a place where they touch everybody. There is nobody who is going to escape this energy. And in this moment, we have the opportunity to become who we truly are. And if there's 6 million people on the planet, or 6 billion, there may be 6 billion different thoughts on who are we in truth. The important thing right now is for each of us to let go and trust the energy. Know that this energy that we're receiving right now during the solstice can be used for good or bad. As you see it playing out, you can recognize that as it plays out in your own energy field, your emotional body. You can see how the distortion is affecting you. Take a moment whenever you feel that distortion to say to yourself, who am I in this moment, in this energy field? And I'm looking out at the leaves blowing in the wind, and realizing that that's just who we are right now. We are leaves in the wind, and yet, as a collective, we have the power to change humanity. Not just one or two people, not just one country, another, but completely change the direction that humanity is moving in and has chosen to move in, because it has been led by people whose minds have been programmed and distorted. I call on each of you to deepen your relationship with your divine self, however you understand that. And know that that divine self is not in your mind. And know that your mind cannot ever fully understand the concept, the patternings, or the workings of that divine self. That the divine self is within your heart and has access through your heart. And the reason why so many of us right now have pain in our hearts is because we are giving birth to our true divine self. This may sound totally preposterous, but as each of us come to a quiet space, Anita says, please tell me how. Learn to still yourself in the midst of the chaos. Bring yourself within, whether you do it breathing, any technique you use. There's no one technique. Whatever it does to bring you to that place of stillness. Whatever is comforting you, not something outside of you company, but you have the power to comfort yourself. Meditation, breathing, yoga, tai chi, going for a walk, patting your dog or your cat, loving your children, having a shower, having a bath. There are many ways we bring ourselves back into our physicality. And so this is what the energies are doing right now as they build, and they're going to build until tomorrow morning, and they will reach their crescendo and then slowly lessen, much like the full moon. I always tell people it's 3 days coming, the day of, and 3 days leaving. This is a major event in the history of humanity. And I don't fully understand it, but I understand and I can feel the energy of it. So I ask each of you to re-look at yourself and truly ask yourself, who am I? Simple words. Who am I? And know that you are an amazing, magnificent field of energy that is completely filled with source energy. And you not only have the power individually, but when we join with others collectively, have the ability to shift everything back into the proper alignment to receive the new codes, the new energies, and move forward once again, moving out of this degradation, this moment. It's only a moment of degradation. And so I ask you all to just stop and remember. Stop. Don't allow the energies that are distracting, that are destructive, that are being ramped up right now in order to countermand the divine energy that's coming through this solstice. And this is why it's happening. It's just the balance. It's the energies that we're being given right now by divine source are so powerful that it has raised the negative energy that humanity has been feeding off of for so long. But it can never equal. And this is where I'm asking you to stay. Stay in your hearts. Align with the solstice. Align with whatever you believe is happening that is for the good of the whole. I posted it this morning about the separation. The separation only teaches us how dearly we need to unify and come back together as the collective of humanity, the collective consciousness of humanity, and step out of this distortion. Thank you, Tyson. As an awake collective, we can change the world we live in. We will change the world we live in. And we will return it back into the spiraling trajectory that was the original intention. And everyone will benefit. So, as I say this, I just wanted to speak from my heart today. If people think that I'm a little bit off base, that's okay. I know where I am, and I know that it's my purpose to ride this through, this solstice, and know that on the other side, as the energy dissipates, each one of us will receive the gift of true empowerment, not false ego empowerment, true soul empowerment. And as I share with everybody for years, as my guides gave it to me, soul, source of unconditional love. And during the solstice, soul is representing source of unconditional light. Be the light you are. Be the love you are. Know that I'm sending out everything I possibly can to empower each and every one of you. And I ask that you do the same. Let's lift us all and not get stuck in the arguing and the judgment and the fighting and the separation. Let's leave separation behind. And with that, I'm complete. I thank you all for whoever is listening and being here with me, and know that each of us are part of each other. We have truly never been separated. Love you all. Blessings of peace, light, and love. And I can see the rays coming down from the sun over me. Oh, blessed light, I love you. Thank you. And I send that light on to you, each one of you. May your hearts radiate in beauty and glory and divine peace. Have a great solstice.